Hi friends, our target for art and social studies is I can think of a community helper, someone who helps our whole place where we live and where we work and where we play, and make a hat that looks like that community helper. So the first thing is to think of a community helper. I might think of someone who helps, is a nurse. A nurse is someone who helps. A firefighter is someone who helps our community. A police officer is someone who helps our community. Even a construction worker, someone who's maybe working on the roads, that's someone who helps our community. So there are lots of jobs who help that help our community. So we're going to make a hat and then decorate it to look like it belongs to a member of our community. So I'm going to show you first. I will make one and then we can do it together. Okay, and in your class you got to pick whichever color that you wanted. If you picked a different color, if you want to change your mind about your color, that's okay. You can use the color that we gave you and you can just use markers and color it a different color. Okay, so first it's going to be my turn and I'm going to watch and you're going to watch me. Okay, so I have my big paper right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is this is the long way of the paper. And I'm going to take the long way of this paper and I'm going to fold it over. And every time that I fold it, I'm going to make a crease. Say crease. Crease. To make a crease, I hold it and I just kind of push with my hand. I use my hand as a tool. That's a crease. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to take this crease and I'm going to put it up at the top. See how that crease is up at the top? Now I'm going to fold it over again. So here's the crease up at the top. Here are the flaps at the bottom. I'm going to fold it over again this way. Again, I'm going to use my hand like a tool. Oh, I made another crease. Now I'm going to open it. Well, that was kind of silly. I wonder why I did that. I did that because it makes a little mark right there and I need that line mark because I'm going to fold this over and make a triangle on that line mark and I'm going to fold this over and make a triangle on that line mark. Watch how I do it. I'm going to fold this over and make a triangle right on that line mark. See, there's that line mark. I'm going to mash this right there to the line mark. Then I'm going to make a crease. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it over to that line mark. And then I'm going to make a crease again. Well, I'm almost done with my hat. All I need to do is fold this up and then fold this up. And then I'll have my hat and I can decorate it. Okay, so watch what I do now. I'm going to keep this right here. I'm going to take this part right here and I'm going to fold it up. Not all the way up, not up just a little bit, but kind of medium. I like to fold it up so where it just barely covers this right here. Just barely covers that right there. So I'm going to put it right there so it just barely covers it. Then I'm going to make my crease. I can even use this hand as a tool. I'm going to make my crease. You don't have to, but I like to put one piece of tape on right here. Boop, just like that. That's where I like to put my tape. You don't have to use tape because it still works, but that's how I do it. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to make this side match that side. I'm going to turn it over and let's see. Is that making it match? Way up here? No. A little bit, is that making it match? No, I'm going to make it match right like that. I'm going to make it match right like that. And then I'm going to crease and crease. Now I'm all the way done with my hat. If you want, you can take the top part if you don't want to point and you can fold it down just a little bit like that and put a piece of tape on it if you don't want it to be pointed on top. But you don't have to do that. Okay, so the community helper, the community worker that I thought of was a nurse. And so I'm going to decorate this to look like a nurse. Boys can be nurses, girls can be nurses, and I'm going to put a red They call this the Red Cross. It looks like a plus sign, but it's usually a sign that means that you are working to help people. So here is my nurse's hat, and now I'm going to wear my nurse's hat and send a picture to my teacher. You can also make hats in other ways. I'm going to show you some of the other ways that you can have your hats turn out. If you want, you could also decorate it to look like a police officer. You could do a police officer. You could make your hat look like a construction worker. This one, after I made it, I drew the lines. And you can even, if you wanted, you could even just make the end just a little bit curved, a little bit like that, and then put it on. You can put it on this way if you'd rather have it this way, or you can put it on this way if you'd rather have it this way. So however you want. That's to look a little bit more like a construction worker. So we're going to make one together that's going to be for a firefighter. Okay, so let's do this together. Take your big paper. Now, it doesn't matter what color it is, no, because you can always color it and make it a different color. This is going to be so fun. So I have my long paper. Will you take your paper and hold it up? Is it going to go this way? No. Is it going to go this way? Yes. Take your long paper and set it flat on the table. Good job, friend. This way, long way. Okay, now you're going to take it over, and we're going to fold it just like this and do our crease. Okay, go. Take your paper, match it right here, match it right here. Do you need your mom or dad to help you? No, you can do this. Okay, hold it with this hand. I'm going to hold it with this hand, and then I'm going to make my crease. Use your hand like a tool and make a crease. Great job. Okay, now remember, take this crease, and this crease is going to go at the top. Okay, it's going to go at the top. Take your crease, and it goes at the top. And the flaps, they go at the bottom. That's all I did was after I did this, I just turned it. So it's long again. See how it's long again? It's long again, and my crease is at the top. You got it? Good job. Okay, if you need to stop the video, you can. Now I'm going to take this again and fold it over and make my crease, okay? So am I going to move it all around? No, I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to take this long, it's long ways. I'm going to take this long side, I'm going to match it, and I'm going to match it over here. Then I'm going to hold it down with this hand and make my crease, just like that. You got it? Okay. Now I'm going to open it up because remember that tricky crease was just to make my line. Okay, so I have it like this. I'm going to open it up just to make my line. My crease, this crease is still at the top. The open part is still at the bottom. Okay, now remember this is the part where I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this to make a triangle right there on that line. So I'm going to take this point right here and it's going to go down. Take this point right here and it's going to go down right on that line. Okay, let's do it together. Take the point and put it down right there on the line. Match it up. Match it up. Is it okay if it doesn't match exactly? Of course. And make your crease with your tool. Okay. Now I'm going to take this point right here, and it's not going to go here, it's not going to go here, it's going to go right on that line. Remember? I'm going to take it, I'm going to lift it, I'm going to put it right down on that line and make it match. Okay? So take this point right here, and let's do it right down on that line to make it match. There I go. Hold it, and use your tool. Nice job. Okay, now you're almost done. Now it's just the part where you're going to put that side up a little bit and the other side up a little bit. Don't do it yet. Okay, now take this part right here and you're going to fold it so where this goes up just a little bit over these guys sticking out right there. Just a little bit over those guys sticking out right there. And then make a crease and make a crease. Okay, go. Take your paper, fold it just a little bit over those little guys right there. And use your tool, use your tool. There you go. You got it? This is where, if you have tape, I like to use a piece of tape. And I just put it right there in the middle. Boop, just like that. Okay. Now, if you keep it flat on the table, that really helps. Let's turn it over. The point is up at the top. Okay, now let's take this part and we're going to match it up. Is that matched up? No. Is that matched up? No. We'll get it right matched up like that. Okay, so you do it. Get it matched up. Lift it up a little bit. Match it up this way. Match it up, match it up, match it up. There you go. When you got it matched up, then make our crease. Make our crease. Got it? Then you're all done with your hat. Except for now you can decorate it. So this one I'm going to make like a fire chief hat. And I decorated it with, here's my little badge. I'm going to write the word fire chief. Okay, and I can glue or tape it. And let's see, do I want to do my hat this way for a fire chief or maybe this way for a fire chief? I think maybe this way for a fire chief. Let's try it. I can do my hat whichever way I want. So I'm just going to tape it right on here, like a fire chief, right there. There I go. I've got a great fire chief hat. And I think I'm also going to draw some lines on it a little bit. So I'm going to draw a line here, there. Now I've got my fire chief hat. Does that look like a good fire chief hat? Now remember, if you don't want to have a point on top, that's so easy. Just fold it over just a little bit. Just a little bit. Put a piece of tape on it. And you might like it a little bit better to look like a fire chief. Oop, there I go. I think I'll put a little bit more tape on this side, right here. And now I have my fire chief hat. Is a fire chief someone who helps our community? Yes, fire chiefs do. Firefighters. Fire chief is the guy or the girl who's in charge of all of the firefighters. So there's my fire chief hat. I hope that you have fun. You can make all different kinds of helpers in our community. You might think about all different things that we've not thought of. So anything that you want, but it just needs to be a helper in our community. I hope you have lots and lots of fun. You can decorate it with anything you want. Bye, friends.